buy a company in Kenya. They go to the market and the company is trading it today. That time it was cheaper. It went up after the announcement. But today, after going up, the share price is 244. But they are paying. They have committed to pay 590 for the same share. There are no two shares at Class A and B, same share that is trading at 244 in the market. Asahi is buying the same share of the market in quotes for 590. Then it shows you the shares in the market are grossly undervalued, and the people who hold big stakes meaning they don't hold to trade, those people can't sell at the market prices. And if you look at the banks in Kenya, you see NCBA is being bought at 1.4 to book value. There is no indigenous Kenyan bank trading above 1 to book value. This is what that jargon means. Banks you value at co-capital and the market valuation. So you either get a premium or a discount. So the base is usually 1. 1 is the book value. 1 is a figure. So if it goes below 1, it means it is trading at a discount. Equity Bank is 0.75. KCB is below 0.6. DTB is 0.32 to book value. But NCBA is being bought at 1.4 to book value. It shows you Netbank. Netbank is a 1 trillion bank listed in the JSE. They are willing to pay like double price the last 6 months price of NCBA, double price. Because they know the market is not a true reflection of the value of NCBA or Safaricom or any other share. I hope you get that. In terms of ownership, Paul, what you are calling passive, you know what passive means? Passive is just like unleashing your cow to go and graze with the hope it will come back to you in the evening. Just hope. You've unleashed your cow. No one is looking after it. With the hope, it knows home. So the person with the money now as here, I don't think I think they can go the step higher. Since you have the money, instead of owning companies number 1 to 20, you have 20 shares. You have 2 million for equity, 1.5 million shares for KCB. You have 2 million for Kenya Power, 500,000 for Kengen. When you are eating everything, the buffet, it means you actually don't know your favorite food. Then if you grade your investment options from number 1, NSE has around 60 listed companies that are active. If you grade 30 of them from number 1 to 30, you grade them. This is number 1, like the one we graded today. You can clearly see out of the energy sector, which is number 1. And I don't need to tell you, you saw, you'd calculated yourself. So if you grade number 1 to 30, these are the best investments you have in Kenya. Paul, what would you be doing with number 23? Now you have nothing to do with number 8 even. You actually have nothing to do with number 7. Deal with the top 3 ufukie hapo. Unless you have doubts about your capability to analyze. Economic growth development, mostly growth is more broad. Development, we call it, it's more tangibles. Development is more tangibles. Building things, investing in programs, but growth is what manifests after development. Who am I? Me. but I can say I enjoy what I do in terms of leadership a lot, but I've seen, Paul, it is self-reinforcing. They feed into the other. I love the kind of discussions you're having. You forgive me, I've taken more time. I don't even know you have taken more time. Because I enjoy really this kind of discussions, even in the evening. Watu tutatafutana jioni tukae pahali tuongee tu mambo ya investments. For me, that is holiday, not swimming. So it is self-reinforcing. You realize in leadership, you also need this other knowledge about investments. But also in investments, you realize you also need to know the macros. So they are self-reinforcing, and actually each pivots the other. Morgan from Coke, Provident Fund. Thank you very much for the compliments. The reason for Safaricom spirit is simple for me. We have seen globally in many companies. When you have a company that has related segments, the total of the parts is usually more than the whole in terms of valuation. Remember, if you split it into three, you'll have Safaricom as a telco, operating individually as a telco. Fintech, call it M-Pesa, it's already there. Actually, they operate almost the same way now. Fintech, which will be M-Pesa, you now unleash it to do business with everyone else in Africa. So they'll not be domiciled around their parent company. It will be a company now doing payments, doing cards, doing like Alipay. You now unleash it to do its own business singularly as a fintech. And then tower company, Kenya already has tower companies. Safaricom already leases some of the towers from other people. But they also have built so many towers on their own, just the same way they have done in Ethiopia. If you just let the tower company be, any other person who wants to host something on the Safaricom tower will be paying to be hosted. So the company will grow on its own by also leveraging on other customers, not just doing it specifically for Safaricom. But lastly, I had two options. That is one, splitting fast, it may take time. The government needs money yesterday, as you can see the urgency. So the simpler one, to get more money within a shorter time, list Safaricom in the London Stock Exchange. It will not take you long, list it there. So people will come to know, so the owner of M-Pesa is called Safaricom, because M-Pesa is known more than Safaricom. So in this second option, there is no splitting. Just list the group in the LSE. So people will take note of Safaricom, companies, telcos, Orange, Etisalat, Bharti Airtel, any other will take note. After taking note, then announce an international bid for anyone interested in the 15% stake. Announce it to the public internationally. So you'll have guys competing. This one competing to buy for this price, this other one, this price. It has happened. I gave it on TV the other day. 2013, there was a company called Rea Vipingo. I had shares in that company, a few. So we bought at 27.5. Na sio story ya kusoma kwa kitabu, real. So after buying at 27.5, the owners of Vipingo, hii shapa iko hapa inaitwa Vipingo, it was part of it. It was a Saiso company. So the owners came and decided, we want to buy these guys out. Kampuni kwe yetu. So they gave us a bid of 40 bob. Me, I had some, I think 10,000 shares. So nilikuwa nafanya hesabu. So I bought it at 275,000. These guys want to pay us 400,000. So watuitishe namba ya M-Pesa watume haraka haraka. Because I thought that was very good. A 45% upside. But Chris Kirubi na Centum, wakaenda CMA, wakasema no way. By that time, Centum had like 1% of Rea Vipingo. Wakasema hata sisi ni shareholders. We also want to bid, to buy even you. Who wants to buy us? CMA wakakubali, the bid was opened. Centum put up a bid of 50 bob. Hey, I thought, honestly in my mind I was thinking, Chris Kirobe bana siache hii mambo mengi. Tupewe pesa mtu afunge zake. Within 2 weeks, some other guys put up a bid of 55. Then it became a bidding war. The long and short of it, after 2 months of bidding, we pocketed 85 bob for the share. So my 275,000, I pocketed 850,000 because of one thing, competitive bidding. So that's all we are asking. I don't think it is too much to ask. Even the guys in government, national treasury, Kenya will get much more money. Thank you very much.
Asante sana. I think it is true that he's definitely a Kenyan. Mheshimiwa, kidogo tu. One last thing. It's true that he's an African, and Africa is his business, eh? And he's mobilizing us as Africans to do business in Africa. Let me invite Madam Director. She has a gift for you, and thank you very much for gracing us with this, a lot of information and a lot of work for us, eh? Sindio? Yeah, we have a lot to do. We definitely have to invest in Africa. Asante sana. Let's also clap. Let's clap. Yeah. Thank you very much. Asanteni. We are on course. I know we've taken some extra time, but that was worth it, yeah? That was definitely worth it. Let me ask us to rise and go and have a short break of 15 minutes. Short break, 15 or 10 minutes? Just have tea, kama umesimama, don't